Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, Chatting with Chops. My name is Karen. I like to try and make fun and entertaining videos that might teach you something. Right now I'm doing kind of my version of Vlogmas, where I am putting out some fun Christmas videos, and today we're going to try and make Christmas press cookies vegan. I don't think this one is going to be very hard to do, because really the only thing that you're going to have to replace is the butter and the egg. I've made these cookies before. I don't remember if I've made them vegan before, but we're going to try them out and see. You might also know these cookies is called almond cookies, but they're just little press cookies, and I'm going to show you how to make them. So let's get started.
It's Friday and I'm on fire.
To start this recipe out, it's asked us to sift together flour and baking powder and salt. And again, I've talked about before, I don't put salt in most of my baking recipes other than bread. Then it's asked us to put shortening, which I'm using 1 cup of vegan plant-based butter, and then to put sugar in. And so we're going to put 3/4 of a cup of sugar in here with our butter. 1, 2, 3. And I will say the thing I do enjoy using vegan-based butter is it seems to be softer right off the bat. You don't have to wait for it to soften to room temperature and kind of thing. It's already kind of a softened consistency already. So we're going to beat that until it's nice and smooth, and then we'll come back for the next step. We've creamed our butter and our sugar. Now we're going to put in what they say to put in 1 egg, and of course we're going to use applesauce, and I love using these little small containers because it's very easy to measure everything out. So we're just going to put half of that in there. Okay, and then it says, and to put the almond extract. So it wants 1 teaspoon of almond extract. So we're going to put that in there. All right, and then we're going to whip it up some more, and then we're going to start adding in the dry ingredients. The most fun part about doing press cookies is you get to tinge your dough. So let me get some of this off of the beater. And I usually like to use gel food coloring, because if you make macarons, they only want you to use gel food coloring, so there's really no reason for me to have several different kinds of food coloring in the house. And of course I'm making Christmas trees, so I'm gonna tint them green, if you can see that or not. And I usually try and start out with just a few drops. That way it's not, you can kind of gauge before you get going really good. So let's see how that does. I don't know if you can see or not. Let me see if I can bring the bowl a little bit closer to where y'all can see a little bit better. See, I've got a nice pretty like mint green, but this is the point where you would actually, since they are press cookies, you are going to need a cookie press. I have 2 different kinds. This is just kind of an old school one. This is the one that my mother used when I was growing up. It has, you know, several pieces, and I'll show you how it goes together. But it has these little like discs that you put in the bottom of the press, and that's basically how the press cookie comes out. And I'm going to try and show you that to you. I do have another one that I've bought a little bit more recently that has same basic pieces, and it has its own little discs and everything. This one is actually a Wilton brand one, And it's really personal preference. I've even seen some that are battery powered, but I just prefer this old school one. It just works better for me, and I have better success with my cookies, and I'm putting it all together wrong. So you basically just put the disc down at the bottom, and I don't know, let's see if I can get the light to shine it. There's little grooves here, so you just turn the disc to where it's locked in now, and then that's when you screw on the tube. So your little disc is down at the bottom, so you can make your cookies. And then you just, this is going to be your lid, and you just basically put in a little bit of your cookie dough. Now I have really hot hands, so I have a tendency to melt my dough as I'm making them, so I try not to put in a whole lot of dough at one time, just to give it a chance to, you know, stay cool. This cookie dough is not the best to put in the refrigerator first, because you do need it to come out of this press, and if it's really, really cold, it's not going to come out. So just put a little bit in there, maybe what you think might be about a cookie sheet's worth, and then you just press that in. Got a little bit of cookie dough on there. All right, and then that's ready to go. The cookie dough is in there, and I'm going to show you how to do the press. How it looks, where you have almost the cookie is about to come out, just like that. Okay, and then that's when you set it down on the edge of your cookie sheet. These particular cookies do just fine cooking right on the cookie sheet. So you just basically put them in the corner, and you turn, with these old school ones, you just turn the knob. So you just turn the knob, and you're watching up underneath here to see as the cookie's coming out. So I usually just turn a couple of times, and then you lift up and you see it, have you got a cookie there. So maybe a half a turn, and you just keep doing that until you have a cookie sheet full of little cookies. So we have a sheet full of cute little Christmas trees. About to put it in the oven for 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes. These cookies you want to just barely brown on the bottom, because you don't want them to be brown on the top. It takes away from the food coloring and the cuteness of the cookie. So just get them barely brown on the bottoms, and then I'll show you what they look like when they're all done. So after 12 minutes in the oven, here they are when they're finished. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up very well, but like these over here, you can see they just have a little bit of a brown tint to the edge of the cookie. And you just want to leave them on the cookie sheet for about 12 minutes. Let them cool off a little bit, and then take them off and let them completely cool on a cookie rack. And we'll just keep cooking until we're done. Alright everybody, so we have our vegan press cookies shaped like little Christmas trees. And I will say I have made these regular with the egg and the regular butter before, and I will say that making them vegan has caused them to have a little bit less almond flavoring. Usually the almond flavor kind of jumps out at you as you're tasting them, and it's a little more, I guess, muted or softer. So I would probably recommend ramping the almond extract up a little bit when you make these. But I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video.